What is up, Gemini? How are you all doing? It is time for your July 2023 main monthly reading. July 2023. Okay. So for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description box of this video. That's where you will find everything you need to know. Also, I got my School of Self-Mastery, where I'm just slowly adding new courses to the school, and it's eventually going to be built up into something that's pretty damn cool. So far, I have how to read the tarot and how to attract your life partner explained energetically. Also, over on High Vibe TV, I have a new series called Mastering the Matrix. On Thursday, the 29th, I'm going to be doing a special live event where I'm breaking down and explaining the neuroscience behind manifestation. And oh yes, there's neuroscience behind how this works. You function just like a biological radio. And I'm being dead serious. And we're going to be breaking down and explaining the brain science behind that. I'm not going to make it complicated or confusing, though. It'll be something that's easy to understand. So anyway, all that is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and that is in the description of this video. Let's jump into this. All right, we're starting off with the past person. And we're doing this with past, present, future. It's going to be a past, present, future. So, all right. Let's see. Let's get a quick past, present, future. And this is mainly focused on the past. If anything for the future is coming in, I'll definitely hit that. And we'll jump into that. But so far, we're just looking at the past person. Past, present, future. Let's see here. Let's see. What happened in the past? Ah, you jumped into something too quick, didn't you? Jumped into something too damn quick. Oh, shit. 7 of Swords. You just jumped into something too damn quick, and you ended up not being able to trust this person. You had a little battle between ego and intuition, didn't you? I see that very strongly here. Because your intuition was telling you something is off, but you talked yourself out of it. You talked yourself out of it, and now I think that you've been doing a lot of looking back in the past, thinking, damn it, I should have known. I should have known. The minute they said they were out getting a burger at In-N-Out, getting a double, and then their mom said that they were over at a friend's house when they said they were going and buying a double at In-N-Out. I should have known. That should have been a red flag. Something like that, something like that. But yeah, you ended up jumping headfirst into something with somebody you could not trust. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Also have Aries here. What's happening in the current moment? Unfinished business. Oh, see, you're connecting with somebody new. You're connecting with somebody new while still having unfinished business with somebody in the past. Looks like you're going to drag some past baggage into a new relationship. Let's see what's happening in the future. Queen of Swords in the reverse. 6 of Wands. Nope, I'm seeing pretty much for the most part, honestly, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing you are just trying to completely erase the memory of this past person. And scrub it from your memory and pretend that it never happened. Move forward with somebody new and just forget about the past. Seems common enough, doesn't it? Isn't that what most people do? Well, that's why we have 7 billion humans on the planet who are on the karmic wheel. That's why right there. That's why. that is one of, I'm not going to say the only, but one of the leading causes of creating karma. Yup. Okay. Well, Ba-boom, boom. Let's look at how the past person feels about you. What are their intentions? Even if you ain't inquiring about the past person, there's still a karmic tie here. There's still a karmic tie, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. Here's how you can test. Here's how you can test to see if you're off the karmic wheel. Take a look at somebody from the past and ask yourself, do I understand why that was meant to happen that way? Why was that meant to happen? If you can't explain that to yourself, you're karmically tied to this person. Telling you, it's 2023, y'all. It's time we get up off the karmic wheel. Now, I know there's probably a couple of you who can look back and say, no, I understand exactly why that person came into my life. You know, they triggered repressed childhood trauma that I needed to heal. They kickstarted my spiritual awakening. Now I wouldn't be this spiritually evolved individual if it wasn't for that relationship. I totally see the purpose behind that. And if that's you, then disregard this message, because this is not for you. This, what I'm reading here, are for the Geminis who are just still at a loss, still so upset, still angry, still feeling unfinished business, and are basically trying to just let go, move on, and forget about it. Let's see how this person feels about you. Aww. Aww. They miss the good old days. They miss the good old days. Ah, they do. They're not really losing sleep over this anymore. For those of you wondering whether or not this person has learned their lesson, Hierophant reverse. No, they have not. No, they have not. So, no, they haven't really learned their lesson. And again, I don't care what part you played in a situation going wrong. You can take a learning experience from it. Oh, yes, you can. You can take a learning experience from it. If you didn't learn something from a relationship going wrong, there's a problem. Doesn't matter if you were the one at fault or not. So whatever lesson this person needed to learn from this, they ain't learn it. They're kind of doing the same thing as you. They miss you. They realize, okay, so they didn't know what they had until it was gone. So they know what they did was wrong, but are they learning from it and correcting the problem? No, they're not. No, they're not. It's like, well, yeah, I fucked that up. Damn it. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's just jump into a new relationship and forget about it. Hang on a second. There we go. I'm going to pull my table away from me. This is one thing I love about this new camera. I can be far away from it and still zoom in. Okay, cool. All right, well. Okay. 3 of Swords, though. 7 of Swords reversed. Yes, they do feel guilty. They know what they did, and they know what they did was wrong. But that's like a thief stealing from a store, and they just going to go steal again. They know what they did was wrong. They feel stupid. They feel embarrassed. But rather than go and get a job so they can afford to buy the things they need, they're not. They're just going to keep stealing, even though they know it's wrong, basically. Could be a Cancer for some of you. I also have Taurus here. Okay. Well, let's see. Will there be any kind of outcome here? Any communication? Anything? Boom. No, High Priestess reversed. Nope. Karmic tie. Still a karmic tie between the two of you. Now, you're walking away from this, and you got your guard up, too. This is the thing. I don't know if you're fully aware that you're doing this, but you're walking away from this and joining into a new relationship with a new person, still guarding your heart and still way, way off balance. Oh, and I'm still seeing some loneliness and emotional codependency. Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups reversed. What's the advice? We got to get the advice here. We got to get the advice. Five of Swords in the reverse. Page of Wands reversed. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you not to get into a new relationship. That's not what I'm going to say. I will say this, though. I will say this. As long as you can separate the new relationship from the healing you need to do in the past, from the past. Because it's so easy for us to jump into a new relationship and actually accidentally become dependent on that person because they distract us from the pain. They distract us from the pain. We don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. We don't want to be distracted from the pain. That's like going and getting drunk. That's like going and getting drunk. It makes it much, much harder to heal if you're going out and getting drunk. Much harder to heal. I don't think having a conversation with this person would be very wise right now. Not yet. I think, I don't even know if it'd be a good idea for you to message this person. I don't think until you can actually completely relinquish and let go of expectations, I don't think it would be a good idea to message this person. No, I wouldn't do that until you have successfully let go of any feelings that you have. By the way, that doesn't mean you've healed just because you don't have feelings for them anymore. That's not healing. Healing happens once you have completely transmuted and transcended the energy. But yeah, just whoever you're connecting with next, be open about it too. Be open about it. That's one thing you don't want to do is jump into a new relationship carrying past vibrational baggage and stay quiet about it. Oh no, let it be known. Be very open with the fact that, you know, I'm still healing from my last relationship. Let that be known. Let it be known. Let's get some sage going. Let's clear the air a little bit. All right. There we go. All right. Next, we are moving on to current person. I can't change the style of these banners here, can I? I'm playing around with this new streaming software. I have to have this new streaming software in order to be able to go live on High Vibe TV. So that's why I'm playing with it on here and figuring out how to use it. Okay. All right. Let's look at current person. If you are not experiencing any problems, issues, or concerns with the person you are currently with, this is not for you. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, ba, ba, boom, boom. What's going on between Gemini and the current person? What's the problem? What's the issue? What's going wrong here? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. Strength card reversed. Okay, so you're, here go your twins. Look, Here go your twins. You got one twin that loves this person and one twin that hates this person. Okay. So there's part of you who really, really loves this person. You want to work on this. You want to work this out. The other part of you feels like you're completely and totally wasting your time and things are never going to get any better. Your actual person is actually out there somewhere and you need to go out and find them. But then the other twin thinks, no, this is my person. We should stay and try to work this out. Things will work out one day. And I just see going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm going to tell you what right now. If this energy isn't put in check sometime soon, this twin's the one that's going to win. So it's draining. Now I'm feeling like both of you are being drained by this connection. It's draining the life force energy out of both of you. Let's see how they feel about you. See how they feel about you. How's the current person feeling about Gemini? King of Pentacles. Yeah. One thing about the King of Pentacles, he's not a bad guy. He's just not a very emotional guy. So, yeah, this person is feeling a little bit cold, a little bit distant. Maybe isn't really feeling the emotional connection as much as they once were. Not really. Oh, but they're definitely not taking this seriously either. I don't think they realize how serious the problem is. I don't know if this person is somebody you can really fully trust. 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. So it's getting to a point where whenever there's so much tension between two people and you don't know the cause of the tension or the problems, and you aren't doing anything to work on it and fix it, and there's just this tension, this nervousness, this anxiety, knowing that something is going wrong, what do lots of people do? They start lying. They start lying. Rather than tell you the truth and start a fight, I'm just going to start lying. When it's like, no, we need to sit and have a little talk about this. We need to sit and have a talk about this. Because I feel like they are so sick and tired of the tension and the nervousness and the anxiety that rather than open up and be upfront and honest with you, they're just lying. They're just not being honest with you anymore. And now it's gotten to the point where I don't think they have any feelings anymore. I don't think they do. I don't think there's a true, genuine love connection here. I don't think so. They think you're the one with the bad attitude. Honestly, I kind of feel like y'all are mirroring each other in some ways. When this comes out like this, that's a mirroring effect right there. See that? The King of Swords, Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. Well, let's see what the outcome is then. Is this going to last throughout the month? Is it going to last the month of July? Oh, it's telling me somebody's about to walk away. Somebody about to walk away. Three of Cups. Uh-oh. Yep. I feel like somebody's about to walk away and abandon this for a third party. Uh-oh. Six of Swords. Look, every card of abandonment, moving on and walking away came out. I'm feeling like third party. What's the advice? We got to get the advice on this. Ooh, it's getting steamy. Ooh, it's getting steamy. It is getting steamy. Getting steamy. What's the advice here? All right. Okay. Well, I just kind of, dude, I just gave the same advice to Taurus. Okay. If you're in a relationship that's failing right now, a new relationship is not going to be the solution to the problem. No, it's not. People get so mad when I say that. I don't care. That's the truth. The cause of the problem isn't the other person, and the solution to the problem isn't a new person. This is why, let me just ask you this. This is for everybody. Have you taken a gander at the population lately? Have you just looked at humanity and taken a gander at mankind? Have you noticed that no fucking body can figure this whole romance thing out? Nobody? Nobody out there seems to be able to figure it out. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the primary law, primary, is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. What this means is the only thing that you will attract into your life is whatever vibrates at the same frequency as you. That's it. Whatever vibrates at the same frequency as you. So if you're vibrating at the frequency that attracted this person into your life, and you jump straight from them to somebody else, you're still vibrating at the same frequency. Meaning you are going to attract and manifest another situation that resonates harmoniously with that person in that situation. This is how people get stuck looping toxic cycles. And they just keep attracting the same situation over and over and over and over and over, because it's your vibration that needs to change. It's the same thing with everything else. I was just telling a client today, moving and traveling, changing locations. Same thing. Same thing. Traveling and changing locations isn't going to change your life for you. If you think it is, try it. You can move 1,000 miles away. If you don't change your vibration and your frequency, you're going to attract the exact same people, the same situations, the same scenarios, and you're going to recreate the exact same life you moved away from. Okay? So, if it's getting to that point where it's time to abandon this, there's the card of abandonment again. But the Seven of Cups is in the reverse. So give yourself some time. And here's another thing too. Here's another thing. If the relationship is that bad, don't cheat. Don't cheat. I don't care what this person did to you. I don't care how toxic they were. I don't care how abusive they were. I don't care how many times they cheated. At what point do we think that we have a license to go be a piece of shit too? Oh, here. I got cheated on. So here's my piece of shit license. Here's my piece of shit license because I got cheated on. It's my piece of shit license, man. I can be a piece of shit because I got cheated on. No, seriously though, for real. For real. Be the bigger person, no matter what happened in the situation. I remember this one time. Let me give you an example. One time, I was dating somebody who turned out to be incredibly toxic, and she had me on her phone plan, and it was I had her phone, so I moved away, and it was her phone on her plan. So she said, "Send me my phone back." And one of my friends said, you should throw it on the ground and smash it because this person was incredibly toxic and put me through hell. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to throw it on the ground and smash it and send it back to her. Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm the bigger person. I want to be able to go to bed at night and tell myself, I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I know I didn't. No, I don't need to stoop to that person's level. It's not going to fix nothing. What's that going to fix? That ain't going to fix nothing. Don't stoop to their level. Now, I know there are lots and lots and lots of Geminis who already know that. Like, so if you already know that, if that's common sense, I'm not talking to you. I know there's probably at least one or two Geminis, though, who feel like you got cheated on. So you're thinking about going out and fucking somebody else. Don't do it. If you do that, you are no better than they are. You're on the same level as them. I don't care what they did. Whatever they did to you, if you do it back, that puts you on the same level as them. All right. General advice. What random general advice does Gemini need to hear the most? Advice about anything. Doesn't matter what it is. General advice. Oh. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, Death card. So do not fight. Do not fight against transition time in your life. See, and this is one thing that on High Vibe TV, on Mastering the Matrix, I try to make this very understandable that you have to develop a relationship with this matrix. You have to develop a relationship with the universe. You have to understand that the vibrations you cast, the matrix gives them back to you. That's just the way that it works. That's just the way that it functions. Period. End of discussion. So whenever it's time for a transition in your life, first of all, learn how to identify when it's time for a transition. Say, for example, you got hired on at a job a year ago, and now that 1 year rolled around, how many times has this happened to you? Everything was going great. Everything was going smooth. Everything was going good. Then one day you walk into work and the energy is so different. It almost stuns you. It's like, whoa, what's going on in here? You look around, nobody else seems to feel weird. Everybody else is acting like their normal self. And it's just like, what is going on in here, man? and you feel it's time for a shift. And that energy keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the days go on. It's not like, I mean, we all have good days and bad days. Sometimes you walk into work and your energy is off that day and you feel weird. You know, it happens. It's just part of being a human. I'm talking, this energy gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Or say it's some sort of relationship, romance, friendship, coworker, whatever. I know this has happened to you before. You're connected with somebody. Everything seems to be going just fine. Then all of a sudden one day you wake up and the energy between the two of you is different. Most of the time it'll trigger your defenses, won't it? Most of the time. You're like, whoa, what's going on with you? Triggers your defenses. What are you scheming? What are you planning? What are you hiding? And it's like, they ain't scheming, planning, or hiding nothing. It's time for a transition. And the energy gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Whenever it's time for a transition, things are going to start feeling a little bit weird, funky, and uncomfortable. Now, the more you become in touch with and start to develop your relationship with the universe, the matrix, your higher self, and you start understanding when a change is coming, it gets easier and easier and easier. Like sometimes you'll be able to feel transition time coming 6 months to a year in advance. Once you get used to doing this. But don't fight against the transition. Whenever things start moving you in a different direction this way, go this way. Roll with the changes. Oh, yes. I haven't given this one in a while. Understand that you are the only being in this entire universe who gets to decide the meaning behind your life experiences. You're the only one who gets to do that. So when you take a look back at something that happened to you, and we kind of touched on this a few minutes ago, you are the only one who gets to decide the meaning behind why that happened. You're the only one that gets to do that. When you take a look at something that happened in your life, did that happen to you or did that happen for you? Whatever you choose to believe, you're right. You're right. If you believe that that thing happened to you just to make you a poor, pitiful victim who is oppressed and you're a victim of your circumstances, you're absolutely right. That is exactly what you're going to experience. That's what will manifest into your physical reality. But if you choose to take on the belief that I don't care what happened, the universe did that for me. Now, here's where people get their wires crossed. They try to figure it out. Well, I can't figure out how that happened for me. Of course you can't. It's not for you to figure out right now. You more than likely won't figure it out for a good, probably sometimes a couple of years. But if you choose to maintain and stand on that belief, I promise you one day, you're going to end up seeing that that was a blessing in disguise. Anything else? Anything else? So whenever, now here's a question that I've gotten very frequently here lately by like 3 different clients in 1 week. How do I attract people into my life? How do I stop attracting people into my life who have bad intentions? So we have to remember, first thing is first, we're concentrating too much on the outside world. Too much on the outside world. We look at this too much from a perspective of when is the right person for me. Now, if you take a minute and you really think about that, for me, the right person for me, what does that indicate? What does that indicate? that kind of indicates that I need a person in my life. No, that's the vibration that you need to work your way up out of, is the vibration of need, lack, and desperation. Being on that vibrational frequency was programmed into our minds. And we have been programmed and conditioned to be on the vibration of lack and need for many, many, many decades. And that is what continues to manifest more lack, need, and desperation. So it's not how you attract certain people into your life. You need to stop focusing on the people and start focusing on your vibration. Ask yourself this: why do I feel like I need a person in my life? Why do I feel that way? What's making me feel like I have a void I need somebody to fill? Identify the void. I don't care. This is the secret to manifesting anything into your life. Whatever it is you feel like you badly, badly want, desire, or need, you have to identify the void that is creating the feeling of desire. That's what you have to do. Identify the void. Where's the void that I'm trying to fill? Because you got to find that first. And that can be tricky to do sometimes. Very tricky to do. Most of the time it's right in front of our face and we're ignoring it. You know, identify the void. Figure out how to fill that void first. Once you, because while you have a void inside will manifest a void outside. While you're at a frequency of that void hanging wide open, that void will manifest in your outside world. Fill the void in your inside world, and it has no choice but to fill itself in your outside world. Following, it's not, typically it's not a switch that you can flip overnight. Not always, sometimes depending on what the situation is, but most of the time you're not going to go, oh, okay, well, let me set up on a mountaintop and meditate for a little bit, and then it's going to come to me and I'm going to figure it out. Not quite. Usually, most of the time when we have a void, that void has been there our whole life. It was programmed into us since childhood. So that's what we need to identify. Identify the void and figure out how to fill it from the inside first. And then once you realize I don't need anybody in my life, that's when you become a people magnet. That's when people are very generally attracted to you. Generally, not just romantically, not just sexually. Once you get out of that vibration of loneliness, emptiness, and need, that's when people start noticing you. You know, a new light shines on you. You might notice random strangers striking up small talk with you more than they normally would, you know, because now you're up here. So you are an enigma. There's something fascinating about you. There's something about you. You seem mysterious and intriguing. I promise you, play with it. Play with it. I promise you. All right. Well, anyway, I feel like those were the messages that my Gemini friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback y'all still be showing me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Purchase one of my courses in my School of Self-Mastery, such as How to Read the Tarot or How to Attract Your Life Partner. And be sure to catch my new series on High Vibe TV, Mastering the Matrix, where, again, I'm going to be doing a special live event Thursday the 29th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, breaking down and explaining how you function just like a biological radio. And I'm going to be explaining the brain science behind how your brain tunes into a frequency just like a radio tunes into a frequency. So all that information is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and that is in the description of this video. All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.